If you grew up between the late 80s and early 2000s in the United States, you probably remember the excitement of going to the mall to discover new technologies that were emerging in big retailers. But things changed rapidly, and with the arrival of the internet, that whole experience became a thing of the past. Unfortunately, this seems to be the case for almost all American retailers. Circuit City, for example, which was once a giant in the electronics retail market, went bankrupt in 2009, and Sears, a brand in American retail, has also struggled to keep up with the times. On the other hand, companies like Best Buy and Walmart were able to adapt to the digital age and remain competitive in the market. But what happened to the other big retailers, and what will happen to the thousands of small businesses? These are questions that still generate many doubts and concerns. American retail has undergone a real turnaround in recent decades, and resistance to digitization in stores was one of the main fatal mistakes of big retailers. The future of American retail in the digital age is uncertain, and adapting to this new reality is essential for companies to survive. A strategic and attentive look at the future of the sector is necessary. According to expert Andre Pimentel, many retailers did not understand the shift to digital retail. In 2020, due to the pandemic, many companies tried to correct this mistake by shifting their focus to online sales, but even the creation of a new 100% digital brand could not revive many struggling retailers. Some retailers, such as Sears and JCPenney, also faced turbulence in recent years, while others, such as Walmart and Amazon, thrived. One retailer that struggled with the rise of e-commerce was Toys R Us. The company was founded in 1948 and quickly became a major toy retailer in the United States. However, the company failed to invest in its e-commerce platform and was forced to declare bankruptcy in 2017. Although the company tried to restructure and revive its brand, it ultimately failed to compete with online retailers like Amazon. Another retailer that could not adapt to market changes was Blockbuster. Founded in 1985, Blockbuster was once the world's largest video rental chain with over 9,000 stores. However, as digital streaming became more popular, Blockbuster failed to pivot and invest in online platforms, leading to its eventual bankruptcy in 2010. In contrast, Walmart, founded in 1962 by Sam Walton in Arkansas, successfully adapted to the shift towards digital retail. Today, Walmart is the world's largest retailer with over 11,000 stores worldwide and a significant presence in e-commerce. The company responded to the rise of online retailers like Amazon by heavily investing in its e-commerce business and offering omnichannel options such as online shopping with in-store pickup. In conclusion, the success or failure of a retailer in the digital age depends heavily on its ability to adapt to the constantly changing market. Retailers that invest in their online platforms and offer a continuous omnichannel experience are more likely to thrive, while those who fail to adapt may struggle to compete with the growing presence of e-commerce giants like Amazon. The minds behind retailers realized that having separate digital and physical stores was a bad idea. Like Walmart, they knew that to succeed and continue growing, they needed to fully embrace e-commerce, and they were right. Since 2009, when Walmart launched its e-commerce site, the company has grown more than 150% in just over 10 years, a feat completely out of the ordinary for a retailer. While their competitors were merging to avoid bankruptcy and making wrong decisions regarding e-commerce, Walmart stood firm. But here's the thing, are these giants being swallowed up by the digital age? The answer is yes and no. Or rather, it depends. In fact, what is happening across the entire retail sector is a massive restructuring. While some retailers have merged over the years, Home Depot remains Home Depot and Target remains Target. These retailers have not ceased to exist, they have just undergone and are undergoing necessary changes to ensure their competitiveness in the market. Of course, for companies like Sears, also known as the sales machine, it's a little different. There may be no hope for them. A marketplace is basically an online shopping mall where various stores can sell their products. This means that Walmart and Amazon have online environments where, in addition to selling their own products, they provide space for other stores to sell as well. This model has become increasingly popular, and retailers seem to have realized its potential. According to the e-commerce portal, the marketplace grew by 52% in 2022. And the marketplace is indeed an excellent opportunity for companies that cannot afford to build a website or want more visibility. But the truth is that there is a big problem behind all of this. The fact is that people forget that behind marketplaces, there are stores wanting to sell their products. That is, these marketplaces do not only function as showcases for third-party products, but also as their own showcases. Initially, it may seem like there's nothing wrong with this, but if you think about it, by hosting all these stores, marketplace giants also have all the information and data on the best-selling products, buying behavior, and consumption of buyers. That is, the sellers who use these marketplaces may be shooting themselves in the foot by providing data to these giant retailers, who are imposing more and more fees on third-party sales and more restrictions on sellers, directly impacting the revenue of these sellers. So if for some reason marketplaces like Amazon and Walmart decide to prevent the sale of third-party products on their sites, where will these sellers go? It's a question that worries many people who rely on this and have built their businesses on uncertain ground. Today, it is impractical to mention the progress of the virtual market without mentioning Amazon, which is closely related to this issue. According to Statista, Amazon is by far the market leader in the United States and ranks third among the world's largest virtual markets, behind only the Chinese giants Taobao and Tmall. Amazon began selling its own brand products around 2009, starting with basic items, so much so that the name of its first brand was Amazon Basics. But after realizing its success, the multinational became interested in the idea and, according to the New York Times, by 2018 already had about 100 own brands, ranging from clothing to pet food. The problem is that it is very easy for Amazon to identify what customers like and do not like and sabotage virtual market sellers by creating better and, especially, cheaper products than competitors. In addition, Amazon has the power to position its own products in front of competitors' products when someone searches for something on the site. This same situation applies to any retail company that provides an online marketplace for third parties to sell their products, which means that these companies can easily eliminate small sellers who just want to be seen. In summary, this business is extremely advantageous for large retail companies but can be very detrimental to small businesses. As for whether there should be regulations that prevent large e-commerce companies from using data for their own benefit, it is a matter of debate. Some argue that the competitiveness of companies like Amazon leads to unfair practices, while others believe that the exposure provided by these marketplaces is still beneficial for small businesses. Ultimately, it is up to policymakers to decide whether regulations are necessary to level the playing field for all businesses.